So hello everyone, welcome to For the Notes, your one-stop solution. So today we are going to discuss a very important topic, which is currently going on in the market, and which is DeepSeek AI. DeepSeek AI is basically an open source that was recently launched. Its R1 model is recently launched by the company. The company is registered as DeepSeek AI Private Limited in 2023, and let's understand what makes it different and why people are so much curious to know about this important thing. So the main differences I would like to add is that first of all it's coming to the this introduction thing. So it is based on reinforcement learning, so that's why its architecture makes it different from the likes of chat gpt. So what basically it is reinforcement learning. So it basically means that if it's given a small data set and it tries to learn from it and improve itself. Like for example, if we give data sets to model, it takes training on the basis of that and try to improve it. So in reinforcement learning we have a reward system. We also call it a reward based learning, which is different from supervised learning, which is used by ChatGPT. So supervised learning basically means that you will be given models, huge data sets, and then the model learns from that data set, and then try to give the result on the basis of that. Let's understand from a median report what it says about the supervised and reinforcement learning. So, sorry. So this is how supervised learning looks like. For example, you have a big data sets, huge data sets, and then what you do, you just divide the data set into training and testing phase. If you go deep into machine learning thing, you will get to know all these things, what is how and how it works. So, for example, we gave these images, dog images, cats images to the model, and what model does that, as you can see that this robot is trying to understand these all things, like how we human as human we understand by looking at things, right? So the same way, even robot, I mean our models try to understand. So after understanding, if you give the similar kind of images to the model, they will automatically tell you the output, like how it's able to detect that yeah, this is the dog. And these all things you can find out in testing page once the model is trained completely. So this is how supervised machine learning works in backend, and it's uh, like let's now understand what is this reinforcement learning. But the supervised learning is kind of a costly process if you go into that deep into that, because we need a huge data set and more time to train it, because the data set is big, so it takes time for the model to get into training. Now let's come to the reinforcement learning, which is totally different from the likes of supervised and unsupervised learning. So reinforcement learning is based on reward system. Like for example, you give a small data set to the model, and what model does is that it tries to understand from that. I mean, for example, as you can see, it slipped while running. So what it does that it will learn. That learning is reward system that you get, and then it tries to improve itself. Let me give you an example. For example, most of we would have played chess game, right, on mobile or laptop. So what this system or the AI does is that if we as a human are trying to play smarter than them, so what they do is that they try to copy, they try to replicate. For example, if we defeat them, they will try to see our tactics, how we did that, and then they will try to adapt that things. So that is called reinforcement learning. They will take this learning as a reward. So that this is how reinforcement learning best as per my knowledge. So now let's go deep into this. I mean, what is DeepSeek and what is open source and closed model? So as I already mentioned, that DeepSeek is an recently launched their R1 model, which is very different from, not very different, but the only reason is that it's kind of much cheaper. I mean, 28 times cheaper than ChatGPT, as told by the report. And also its R1 model is free to use, which is quite close to the paid model of ChatGPT, which is 4.0. And Yes, and let's come to what is open and closed source. So open source basically means that it's free to use. It's you can just download it, you can contribute your own ideas to it, you can suggest some changes. So that are things you can do with open source, which is not true for closed source, in which an individual or a company has totally control on that. So this is how open and closed source works. And let's compare their performance. So as for the performance, I will show you one report. Okay, let's scroll down and see. As you can see, this is DeepSeek R1 model, which is a recent launched model, and this is the paid model of ChatGPT, OpenAI. So sorry, this is the paid model of AI, and this is the paid model of AI. So you can just compare, like it's almost close. In somewhere, it even beats the paid model of ChatGPT. So that is the main reason that DeepSeek is bringing that amendments in the world of AI. So uh, we can't predict for the future, but at least we can make sure that yeah, it's gonna be helpful for developers as well, because it will reduce the price of everything. So it's definitely going to bring some changes. And what we as a developer or student can do, that we can just try to make use of it. We can try to develop some very good applications and all. But let's go into some privacy differences between both of them. What's the privacy concerns? So as you can see, that let's compare like privacy. So in ChatGPT also they collect some personal data, like content, account informations, and yes, location, and all these cookies as well. So in DeepSeek also it's quite similar. A user input. Some of the other differences are there, of course, but that is not a major difference. It's technical information, of course they collect. Of course they collect your IP address, and cookies, of course, as similar to ChatGPT. Cookies are basically collected to deliver you the best results. That's why the company or the developers will collect the cookies. So to understand the user needs, that's the main aim, to collect the cookies. So let's come to the other things, like ethics and data users. Yeah, as I told, and that they both have been into some consideration now, as of now. So it's kind of uh, we can't say much into that how they're using our data, because some of the other claims are going on against both of them. So and also the DeepSeek R1 model is quite new, and there are so many complaints going on against it for the data uses. And one difference is, I would like to say that in ChatGPT you might get this voice option where you can interact with AI directly, but AI model you can build there. But in DeepSeek you don't have that option. You can just upload your file, of course, and if it can extract that file information, then fine. Or else sometimes it might not be able to extract. So this is not true with ChatGPT. In ChatGPT, you can directly give the images, and then it will give you the result or the output. I have personally used that as well, ChatGPT. So in some or the other way, that is also better. And even ChatGPT 1, that ChatGPT 4 is free up to some extent. Of course, it's not totally free, but for less users, it's free. And let's compare it by giving some prompts, so that we can have some better ideas about both of them. So first, let's go with this Chat GPT and try to find out. Let's give them a task that create a tic tac toe game using JavaScript, and try to find out the. Okay, now I can see that it's generating the responses, and this is the I think this is the paid version of the Chat GPT, because it automatically goes into 3.5 once the things are done. So yeah, it's paid model. And okay, I think we are ready with that spawn now. Okay, it's generating function. Yeah, it's done. Now we can just copy it and go to our VS Code example.html, and test it out here, and then we can just open it with the live server that we have installed. As and we can see the game is ready. You can just play it here, right? Tic tac toe, cross, yeah, X pins. As you can see, the result is correct, and we can just reset it. Okay, okay, okay. Player X wins, as you can see. So it works fine, right? And now let's go to the DeepSeek and try to ask it, create a tic game using JavaScript. Okay, we can do one thing. Wait one second. Give it a 1.5, and now we can just do that. Keep it in single file. I think it's generating, still generating. We can make it stop, and then we can send it. And let's wait for it to generate the response. Okay. It's taking quite time to generate the response. Yeah, the response is ready. We can just copy it from here, and then what we can do is that we can paste it here, and then we can try to open the same thing, or we can just go directly to the browser and refresh the menu. I think it's already refreshed, or else you can do one thing. You can try to open it with live server, and yeah, it's the same thing, right? The color is different. You can see orange and blue. uh, okay, 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 okay. Explains. As you can see, both are working fine as of now. Like as I showed you that both are working fine. The only thing is that this newly DeepSeek model looks quite beautiful, the colors and all everything. But and we can just reset, and everything works fine. And coming to my personal experience, so far I've used for 2 to 3 days. So yeah, this DeepSeek is kind of performing kind of better as compared to ChatGPT, because ChatGPT is sometimes giving the wrong response as well, and DeepSeek is more efficient as per my knowledge till now. I mean, for 2 days I have been using DeepSeek. Yeah, hello. And also I would like to show you a very beautiful thing that as you can see from the image on the screen, that the graph of Nvidia, S&P 500 and Nasdaq is continuously going down because of this rise of DeepSeek AI, and this might be the because of the architecture of the how DeepSeek is. I already mentioned that it is based on reinforcement learning, and it just going to be a very much game changing for this type of companies. So it's going to affect in both the good and the bad way in the world. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Expected. So this is how it is. So if you like our video, do like and comment, and stay updated for more such informative videos, and do subscribe our channel for daily job related updates as well. Yeah, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.